The formula is delta P upon P01 is equal to W2M1 divided by M2W1. Now we'll see the given data and we'll see the formula, what values we have. Delta P is not directly given, but you know the equation for delta P, that is delta P is equal to P01 minus P1. Using that you can calculate delta P. P01 is given, W2 is given, M1 is not given. M1 is the molar mass of solvent. Which solvent is used? Water. We can calculate the molar mass of solvent, it is easy, that is 18 gram per mole. Then M2 we have to calculate, and W1, the value of W1 is also given. So we will actually go to the solution of this problem. For delta P, we have the values of P01 and P1. We will write there. What is P01? 31.8 minus what is P1? 30.74 divided by P01. P01 is again 31.8, which is equal to W2. What is the value of W2? 394 into M1. M1 is the molar mass of solvent. Here the solvent used is water, so the molar mass of water is 18. So for M1 we will write 18. Then we have to calculate the value of M2. So we will write it as it is, multiplied by W1. The value of W1 is 622 gram. Now we'll solve these terms. First of all, subtract 31.8 from subtract 30.74 from 31.8 and then divide it by 31.8. If you solve this, the value obtained is 0.0333. And then solve the term which is on the right side. Multiply 394 by 18 and divide the whole answer by 622. Here the value obtained is 11.4. And M2 remains as it is. Now we have to calculate M2. We will take M2 on the left hand side. So the equation that is obtained is M2 is equal to 11.4 divided by 0.0333. For M2, the value which we have got is M2 is equal to 11.4 divided by 0.0333. If you divide 11.4 by 0.0333, the answer obtained is 342. Therefore, M2 is equal to 342, and you all know that the unit for molar mass of any substance is gram per mole. So for M2, we will write the unit gram per mole. The unit obtained is gram per mole. And this is the final answer for M2. The molar mass of solute is 342 gram per mole. And this is how you have to solve the numericals based on relationship between delta P upon P01 and M2. Okay? Try solving such more examples given in the exercise for your practice. Now we will start with the next colligative property, that is boiling point elevation. Boiling point elevation is a colligative property similar to that of vapor pressure lowering. Recall the definition of boiling point. Boiling point is defined as the temperature at which the vapor pressure of liquid becomes equal to the applied pressure. BP is boiling point. Boiling point is the temperature Boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid is equal to the applied pressure. If a liquid is kept in an open container, then the applied pressure is nothing but the atmospheric pressure. So sometimes the boiling point can also be defined as the boiling point is the temperature at which vapor pressure of liquid becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. ज्या टेम्परेचरला एखाद्या लिक्विडचं वेपर प्रेशर आणि ॲटमॉस्फेरिक प्रेशर समान होतात त्या टेम्परेचरला आपण काय म्हणणार आहे तर that temperature will be the boiling point of the liquid. Now we'll see what is boiling point derivation. In vapor pressure lowering we saw that when a non-volatile solute is added to the pure solvent, the vapor pressure of the solvent decreases. Similarly, in case of boiling point elevation, when you add a non-volatile solute into a pure solvent, its boiling point increases. This increase in the boiling point of the pure solvent by addition of a non-volatile solute is called as boiling point elevation. By adding a non-volatile solute into a pure solvent, its boiling point increases. Increase means elevate. So, when the boiling point of a solution is increased by adding a non-volatile solute, that is called as boiling point elevation. We'll see how we can represent boiling point elevation with a mathematical equation. Consider that the boiling point of a pure liquid is TB0. Boiling point of pure solvent is T0B. 0 always refers to pure state. Then boiling point of solution is given by TB. Then boiling point elevation can be given as delta TB, change in the boiling point by adding a non-volatile solute. As boiling point elevates, we understand that the boiling point of the solution must be greater than the boiling point of the pure solvent. So the condition is TB greater than T0B, and from this condition you can write down the mathematical formula for boiling point elevation. Boiling point elevation is given by delta TB. Delta TB is equal to TB minus T0B. TB minus T0B. So boiling point elevation can be mathematically expressed as delta TB is equal to TB minus T0B. Here delta TB is boiling point elevation, TB is the boiling point of solution, and T0B is the boiling point of pure solvent. Now we'll see how the boiling point is elevated by addition of a non-volatile solute. In this topic, we will see about how the boiling point is increased by addition of a non-volatile solute. For that, we will study a graph. The graph is as boiling point is a consequence of vapor pressure lowering. The graph will be between temperature and vapor pressure of the pure solvent and the solution. I have drawn a graph in front of you. This graph is against the vapor pressure of solvent and solution to the temperature. The graph is of vapor pressure against temperature. How the vapor pressure changes with temperature that we have shown in this graph. If you see, the curve AB is the curve which shows the change in vapor pressure of the solvent according to temperature, and the curve CD is the curve that shows the change in vapor pressure of the solution according to the temperature. The graph AB is for solvent and the graph curve CD is for the solution. The curve CD lies below the curve of AB. Why this is so? Because the curve is of the vapor pressure, and you all know that the vapor pressures of the solutions are always less than the vapor pressures of pure solvent, and hence the curve CD, which is for the solution, that lies below the curve of AB, which is for the pure solvent. Now, according to the definition of boiling point, you see that the vapor pressure becomes equal to the atmospheric pressure. That temperature is called as boiling point. And consider that the atmospheric pressure is 760 mmHg, and the line that is intersecting the graph of the vapor pressure of solvent, that is curve AB, the line intersecting reaches to a temperature that is at T0B, and T0B, this temperature is the boiling point of the solvent. Similarly, the line that is up to the pressure of 760 mmHg, it intersects on the curve CD at a temperature of TB. Here TB is the boiling point of the solution. If you observe the graph carefully, you will find that T0B is smaller than the TB. So, we say that as there is change in the vapor pressure of the solution by addition of non-volatile solute, the boiling point of the solution also changes. When vapor pressure lowers, the boiling point increases. So, from graph, you can observe that TB is greater than T0B, and that condition we have studied in boiling point elevation. So we can show that the boiling point of a pure solvent increases by the addition of non-volatile solute as a consequence of vapor pressure lowering. Have you cleared this graph? Now we will see how the actually boiling point is elevated. Supposing you consider that the boiling point is the temperature at which the vapor pressure of the liquid must be equal to the atmospheric pressure, and consider that the atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere. Atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere. For boiling point of pure liquid and solution, for boiling point of pure liquid and solution, they must reach the value of 1 atmospheric pressure. The vapor pressures of both pure solvent and solution must reach the value of atmospheric pressure. And to reach the value of atmospheric pressure to 1 atmosphere means to reach to their boiling points, the pure solvent and solution must be heated. You all know that the vapor pressure of pure liquid is always greater than that of the vapor pressure of solution. As the vapor pressure of solution is less, the solution will need the more heat to reach to the value of 1 atmospheric pressure. And as the solution is heated more than the pure solvent, there will be increase in the boiling point of the solution. See, I will repeat it again. Consider a pure solvent and a solution, and we have to find out the boiling points of these two liquids. For finding out the boiling points, the vapor pressures of these two must reach to the value of atmospheric pressure. Supposing the value of atmospheric pressure is 1 atmosphere. To reach the value of 1 atmosphere, the pure liquids and solution must be heated. But the vapor pressure value of solution is always lower. So the solution must be heated to a high temperature. And as the solution is heated to a high temperature, the boiling point of the solution, that is Tb, will be greater than the T0b. And hence, we say that the boiling point of a solution in which a non-volatile solute is added is always greater than the boiling point of the pure solvent. Getting it? Now we will see the next point regarding the boiling point elevation, that is boiling point elevation and concentration of solute. Boiling point elevation and concentration of solution. Boiling point elevation is directly proportional to the molality of the solution. As I said, boiling point elevation is directly proportional to the molality of solution. So we can represent it as delta Tb directly proportional to m. By removing the proportionality sign, what we get is delta Tb is equal to Kb into m. What is m? M is the molarity. What is delta Tb? Delta Tb is boiling point elevation. What is the relation between boiling point elevation and concentration of solution? In 11th standard, you have studied the different methods of expressing the concentration of solution, that is percentage by volume, then percentage by mass, parts per million, molarity, etc. So here we have seen the relation between boiling point elevation and molarity. What is that relation? Delta TB directly proportional to m. So the equation obtained is delta TB is equal to Kb into m. Here Kb is called as molar elevation constant. Kb is constant for boiling point elevation, or which is also called as molar elevation constant. Now we will see the units of Kb. We have the equation delta Tb is equal to Kb into m. Call it as equation 1. By rearranging equation 1, for Kb, we get the value of Kb can be obtained as Kb is equal to delta Tb upon m. And now we will write the units of Kb. Delta Tb is boiling point elevation. As this is the difference between boiling point of the solution to the boiling point of pure solvent, the temperature related value is there. So the unit of delta Tb must be Kelvin. Delta Tb हा दोन लिक्विड्सचा boiling point मधला difference आहे आणि boiling point is expressed in Kelvin. So the unit for delta Tb will also be Kelvin divided by the unit of molarity. Recall the unit of molarity. The unit of molarity is mole per kg. Mole per kg. Here the kg is in the denominator of the denominator. So it will go in the numerator, and the value obtained is Kelvin kilogram mole inverse. So the unit of Kb is Kelvin kilogram mole inverse. Now we'll see the definition of Kb. From equation 1, we can write the equation for Kb, that is Kb is equal to delta Tb upon m. M is the molarity of the solution. Consider that the molarity of solution is 1. If you consider the solution is 1 molar, that is the molarity of solution is 1, what you get is the equation obtained is Kb is equal to delta Tb at molarity is equal to 1. And from this equation, you can give the definition of Kb. Kb is the elevation, molar elevation constant or constant for boiling point elevation. So, from this equation, we can give the value of Kb. The value of the definition of Kb is molar elevation constant or constant for boiling point elevation is defined as the boiling point elevation produced by 1 molar solution. See, molar elevation constant is the boiling point elevation produced by 1 molar solution, or in other words, you can say that boiling point elevation, molar elevation constant is equal to the boiling point elevation when the molarity of solution is equal to 1. ज्या वेळेला सोल्युशनची मोलॅरिटी ही 1 इतकी असणार आहे त्या वेळेला एखाद्या सोल्युशननी प्रोड्यूस केलेलं बॉइलिंग पॉइंट एलिव्हेशन म्हणजेच त्या सोल्युशनचा काय असणार आहे मोलर एलिव्हेशन कॉन्स्टंट असणार आहे. आय रिपीट, Kb, that is molar elevation constant, is defined as the boiling point elevation produced by 1 molar solution. Hence, Kb is equal to delta Tb and m is equal to 1. This was about the relation between boiling point elevation and concentration of the solution. Here we have seen the equation delta Tb is equal to Kb into m. Then we saw what is Kb. We have seen the units of Kb and then we have seen the definition of Kb. The next point is boiling point elevation and molar mass of solute. Vapor pressure lowering, we have seen the relationship between relative lowering of vapor pressure and molar mass of solute. Similarly, in boiling point elevation, we will study about the relationship between boiling point elevation and molar mass of solute. For that, we have the equation delta Tb is equal to Kb into m. Here delta Tb is boiling point elevation, Kb is molar elevation constant and small m is the molarity. In 11th standard we have studied the definition and formula for molarity. We will recall it. Molarity is the ratio of number of moles of solute to the mass of solvent in kg. So I will write the formula for molarity. M is equal to number of moles of solute divided by mass of solvent in kilogram. This is the formula for molarity. Now we will write this formula of molarity in the terms used for given values. M is equal to number of moles of solute. Number of moles of solute is denoted by N2. So M will be equal to M is equal to N2 divided by mass of solvent in kg. Mass of solvent is given as W1, but we must write that mass of solvent is in kg. Now what is the formula for N2? N2 is equal to W2 upon M2. We have seen this value of N2 in relative lowering of vapor pressure also. Now, the mass of solute is generally given is in grams. So, mass of solute W1 is in grams. We will convert it into kilogram. To convert it into kilogram, we must divide the value of mass of solvent by 1000. So, W1 changes to W1 gram divided by 1000 gram per kg. Here, gram gets cancelled. So, for W1, its value in kilogram is obtained as W1 divided by 1000. Now we will put the values of N2 and W1 in the equation of molarity. So for molarity, the new formula obtained is small m is equal to W2 divided by M2 whole divided by W1 upon 1000. The formula for molarity obtained by putting the values of N2 and W1 is M is equal to W2 upon M2 whole divided by W1 upon 1000. We will rearrange this formula for molarity. So what we get is M is equal to W2 into 1000 divided by W1 into M2. The formula for molarity by rearranging that is obtained is M is equal to W2 into 1000 divided by W1 M2. We are studying the relationship between boiling point elevation and molar mass of solute. For that we have the equation delta Tb is equal to Kb into M. Consider this as equation 2 and the equation for molarity is taken as equation 2. Substitute equation 2 into equation 1. We will get the relation between boiling point elevation and molar mass of solute. See, substituting equation 2 into 1, what we get is delta Tb is equal to Kb into, now we write the formula for molarity, that is small m. The formula is W2 into 1000 divided by W1 into M2. Rearrange this equation for M2. M2 will be equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 divided by delta Tb into W1. This formula is the relation between boiling point elevation and molar mass of solute. What is the formula? M2 is equal to Kb into W2 into 1000 divided by delta Tb into W1. With this, we have finished the part of boiling point elevation. In exam, the questions can be asked like this: derive the relation between boiling point elevation and molar mass of solute. Similarly, the numericals can also be asked. We will see the numericals.